Hey, y'all. Thanks for listening to season 1. We really love doing it.
We are so excited for season 2.
So, the theme for season 2 is we are coming to you from the closet.
And we see this as a transition time for us, transitioning into new jobs, getting officially divorced, and moving into new relationships.
This is going to be a ride. Let's get started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to season 2 of the other one.
Season 2.
Woo! And it's been a little bit since we're podcasting. We know all our fans, meaning Désirée's family.
They have been texting me like, when are you all going to have another episode?
I know.
As if they don't know my life.
Right. God dang it. We need another episode.
Right.
So here we are moving into season 2 and we're super excited about it. We wanted to put a theme together for it, as you guys heard in the intro, and Désirée does the podcast from her closet. I've done podcasts from my closet, which is not here today, but we feel like it's like a transition period, like when you go into the closet and you're like either coming out of the closet or you're going to like change clothes and be all femme Désirée or butch Désirée or whatever, right? And so this is our transition period, season 2. So we're going to talk about some really fun stuff and probably some really heavy stuff, but it's going to be a fun ride. So I'm excited for everybody.
I'm happy to be back. I've missed you.
Aw, I missed you too. That's
I did just see you a couple of days ago.
I know. I was going to say we've been hanging out, but as you guys will hear, we have been hanging out, which is good. But yeah, we've also been doing a lot of other fun stuff.
Absolutely.
So let's just kick it off. What the F have we been up to? Since the end of season 1. That is what this episode is going to be about, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's been busy.
We got 2.5 months of things to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it. Désirée's been more busy than me, so we're definitely going to hand it over to her first.
We have. So when we last left off was, I think, the week of Valentine's Day. And did I do anything for Valentine's Day? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You're like against Valentine's Day. Is this like a capitalistic, like?
It is.
It's just like, it's a day to like buy shit and
Listen,
like you're like boycott.
I tell you I love you and I show you I love you every other day. Why do you for this one day feel like I have to do something super extra? It's not an anniversary. It's not your birthday. I'm not buying into I have to spend some extra money for it. Like I've never been a fan of Valentine's Day.
I feel that. Like, I hate the Valentine's Day, like getting a dinner reservation and then they hike up the prices like 300%. It's ridiculous, right? Like, why? I'm going to cook you dinner on a regular date night anyways and show you my love that way. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
You didn't do Valentine's Day, but I actually had scheduled on the calendar a Valentine's Day colonoscopy. Yes.
Oh, so romantic.
Yes,
Sharon,
so romantic.
I gotta take some notes from you, girl.
It was so funny. When I called to make the appointment, the gay boy that took the appointment, he goes, "The only opening I have is on February 14th." I was like, "Oh, that's perfect.
Right.
A Valentine's Day colonoscopy. Nothing says love like sticking something up your ass."
Hey, listen, you gotta take care of yourself, girl. So that's your way of taking care of yourself.
Welcome to your mid-40s. Oh my God, it was so funny. And like, the person I'm seeing was going to take me to the doctor's office because you're not supposed to drive yourself because they put you under and everything like that. And I was going to get her a card that said, "I love the shit out of you." Because how perfect would it? Thank you for driving me to my colonoscopy. But it never happened because crazy, with everything going on, we'll talk a lot about this probably in further episodes. I finally got a lot of the divorce stuff out of the way. But the one thing I forgot to do was change up my insurance. So for
Oh.
anybody who's getting a divorce out there, like you go through so much shit, you don't even think about it. I didn't even think about it that I had gotten divorced and I was still on her insurance. And like,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, fuck, I can't do this. And I literally had to cancel the day before. So instead of getting a Valentine's Day colonoscopy, we went for a bike ride, which is very nice and very like low key and, you know, no capitalistic, whatever, but still
Still
very
some butt
nice.
stuff.
Still some fun stuff. Oh my God. I'll save that story for later. There's a great butt stuff story I will share with everybody later that you haven't even heard yet. Anyways, bloop. Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. So let's go to the rest of February, Miss
Okay.
Desiree. We don't do Valentine's Day.
We don't do
We
Valentine's
don't
Day,
do
but I
Valentine's
did
Day.
do things that week. I took my aunt out to a very nice dinner, and we went to the Luminarium to their space exhibit, which was really cool. That also that week, I took one of our mutual friends to Bianca Del Rio comedy night at the Atlanta Symphony Hall. I don't know if anybody's ever been to a Bianca Del Rio show, but it is outrageous. First of all, Wendy Ho opened for her. And I don't know if you all remember her. She was really popular in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. She remixed a song, and the song that she basically sang is like, I don't care how you fuck me, just fuck me soon. Like, get here to fuck me soon. It was
Nice.
hilarious. Her opening line coming out was, if you were expecting to see a small Asian woman, I'm sorry, you're very disappointed because I'm a female blonde haired drag queen.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing. Yeah, you're at
Yeah.
the wrong event.
You're at
Sorry.
the wrong event. Bianca was hilarious. She was so hilarious. I mean, just talking mad shit about everybody, but so funny. And then there was also a part where there was a woman there who was from a Make a Wish Foundation, which I guess I never associated that with adults. And her thing was she wanted Bianca to roast her.
Oh my God.
And she did. She laid into her several times throughout the whole night. And the friend that was with me was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her. But I was like, no, this is what this woman wanted. She knew what she was getting. And what a great memory for that person to have before, you know, the
But
inevitable.
isn't that what drag queens used to do too? They would pick on somebody in the crowd and they would hammer and roast that person all night long.
Yes.
I remember going way back in the day, Charlie Brown
Oh, yes.
remember,
At
and Charlie
Backstreet.
Brown, yep, he unfortunately passed away recently,
Yeah.
but he would roast people. Like you never wanted to sit in the front seat.
Oh.
And like it was, but so what I love about it is that Bianca went back to the like old roots of drag.
Yes.
Because it was a roasting comedy type of a show. It wasn't like what it is today where it's just dancing and putting dollar bills down their dresses, you know? And
none of that.
I love that.
It was
I love that.
all roasting everybody, other RuPaul Drag Race stars, other friends of hers, and then other people in the audience as well, like calling out a guy, telling his wife that, you know, I don't know if that man is straight or not. Like just laying into people. It was so much fun. I laughed so hard.
That's
Oh man,
awesome.
it just felt really good. It was fun.
That's great.
God, what else did I do? I went to the Fernbank Museum. They had this glow exhibit, which was outside. It was so beautiful. They had all these really cool lights and little designs of like bugs and huge mushrooms and light displays.
Desiree, were you on an edible for this?
No, but I should have been.
What? It sounds like it's like Alice in Wonderland. Like it should have been totally on
Listen,
edibles.
as soon as we walked in, Sharon, all of us were like, we're not doing this right. We're not doing this right. And we felt bad. And I was like, I really could run home because I don't live that far. But we were already there. So we just decided next time.
That's awesome. Just a little shout out to the Fern Bank. And I didn't send this to you yet because I literally just found it today. They're doing an 80s prom.
Yes, please.
at the end of April if you want to go. You want to be my date
I
to the
would love
80s prom?
to. I
Oh,
would love
that'd be so
to.
cool.
Oh my God, what am I gonna wear?
I know. Are you gonna be?
I'm like looking in my closet.
You gotta
What
tell me if
do
you're gonna be
I
femme
have?
Desiree or if you're gonna be butch Desiree, so that I
Sometimes
can
it's a
also.
game day decision.
Oh, we could be the two butches going together. We could do a butch femme thing. Oh my god, we're gonna
Right.
be a cute couple.
We
So
already
cute.
are. Oh,
So cute.
we'll add that. We'll talk about
We'll
that
add that
for
one, yeah.
the
There's like
Savannah
so
trip.
many cool things going on, so it's really fun. So
Yeah.
to round out the February piece, I didn't do as cool things as Desiree did, but what I want to kind of mention is I got to spend time with my godsons because it was their like winter break,
Oh.
and these two boys, they just are amazing. They think I walk on water until they become teenagers and they hate me, but I
They'll
will take
always
it.
love you because you're the godmother.
Yes,
Trust
I'm
me.
the fun auntie, right?
Yeah.
So I got to take them to the aquarium, which was amazing, and just to see like things like that through a kid's eyes, I think everybody should do it. It gives you so much more life, and I had so much more appreciation
Mm-hmm.
for it, and I got to spend almost a full day with them, and it was just so
Oh,
special. So, um, shout out to the moms and dads out there that bust their asses with these kids. We get them
yes.
for like a few hours and we think they're like magical. And I get that it's really hard. So anytime that I can like help out and like take the kids for a little bit, it's really fun for me. And like I get to go, like, taking them to the movies on Saturday, which is really
Oh,
fun. It'll be really
nice.
fun for me. And
What are
like,
y'all
I
going
don't
to
know,
see?
we're going to go see Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh,
What?
that's on my list to see too. Maybe I'll
Yes.
sit behind you all in the
Oh,
theater.
you should come. We're going to the. I won't tell you. I'll tell you that after. But yeah, you should come on Saturday. That would be so
Yeah.
much fun. You can meet the kids too, so it'd be really
Yeah.
fun.
I
It'd be
got
really
time.
cool. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll meet you guys back after the break, and we'll keep on going through what the f have Desiree and Sharon been up to since our break.
March was a good time, y'all.
Oh my God! Just wait. St. Patty's Day is coming up. Dun dun dun.
All right. Welcome back. So now we are in the month of March of our What the Fuck Have We Been Doing since we last spoke. I got to do something really special, which was hanging out with 3 old friends who I have not seen in about 20 years, including one of them used to be my manager when I worked at the Wendy's in Marietta when I was 18.
Wow.
So we have not seen each other for years, and it was amazing. We had such a nice time. We went just up to, I think Battery Park is the name of the area by the Brave Stadium,
Mm-hmm.
just to Punch Bowl, which is a cool little hangout. It's a restaurant. They've got bowling and like other things for kids and stuff. We sat there for almost 4 hours just talking and catching up, and just it was just so nice, and just being around people that have known you and kind of get to see where you are now, because I was only 18 when I met them, and they're about 10 years older than me. So they got to see me just completely wild, uninhibited Desiree. They got to know that person. So now for them to see me like very reserved, like I'm the one that was like, hey guys, it's kind of getting late. I'm getting sleepy. Like,
Whoa.
yes.
Were they like, wait a second, Invasion of the
Yeah.
Body Snatchers? Where did
Yeah.
Desiree go? Oh my
Yes.
God, that's insane.
Yeah. One of them has a daughter who remembers me as the crazy lady that liked to play the drums. So whenever I would go over to their house, they had a drum set. Her daughter had a drum set. And I would be on there just banging away trying to play music. And she was a little kid now. She's actually graduating from college in 2 weeks.
Oh my
So
God.
I just like entertained her so much.
That is amazing. That's amazing when you can reconnect with people like that. And you're a different person. You're in a
Yeah.
different part of your life.
And funny enough, like I saw the way we got reconnected was when I was on the app last year. One of the women was on the app, and we both sent each other a message like, "Oh my God, how are you? Where are you?" And so then we just like exchanged numbers, and that's kind of like how we reconnected, and it was so much fun.
That's so cool. That is
Yeah.
awesome. I love that. I love it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, can we talk about the big part of like we actually took a trip together
We did
in
our
March?
first road trip. Our first road
There's a
trip.
lot of firsts on this trip, by the way. Remember?
Yes. Yes, I do. So my sister Amelia, who I'll give a shout out to, who loves the podcast, is like, Désirée, please bring Sharon to Savannah for St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I asked Sharon, and she's like, yes, I would love to
It
go.
was definitely a hell yes for sure.
Yeah.
Hell, like she called me on the phone. I was like, hell yeah! Oh my
Right.
God, you've never called me on the phone before.
Right.
What is this? We're talking on a telephone. This is so
Right.
weird. Anyways, okay,
Yeah.
yes, it
And
was
so I
amazing.
love, first of all, I love that you still do the telephone like this and not like how the young people do like this.
Oh, like this. Oh, right. It's the old
I love
way.
that. The real telephone.
The real telephone.
So we left like on that Thursday before St. Patty's. And well, let me preface. So for folks that don't know, Savannah has one of the largest St. Patrick's celebrations in the country. It wasn't until I moved away from Savannah that I realized that other people did not celebrate the way that we celebrated it. Because in Savannah, like everything closes down. Schools close down, the city government closes down, roads are blocked off. And Savannah is one of those towns similar to New Orleans where you could walk around with your drinks in certain perimeters of the city. And I was like, Sharon and I need to experience this together. So we left the Thursday before, got into my parents that night. My dad stayed up. Where was my mother? Was she home too?
Bowling. We went bowling.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I forgot about that part. So my mom and two of my siblings and my nephew went bowling. And so we met them at the bowling alley. We just showed up because my family, we're all on this like tracker where you can see where everybody is.
Which blew my mind. Yeah. They want to know where each other is. I want the people on this podcast to like hear this. Like Désirée knows where her brothers are, her sisters are, her mom, her dad are at every moment if they have their phones on them.
Yes. Yeah.
My brain exploded. It was like brain explosion number one.
Well, which is so opposite to when you're like coming up, like teen and in your 20s, like you don't want anybody to know where you are. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, I don't give a shit. Like I'm going to tell you about it, what happened anyway.
It's amazing.
So we went and met with them bowling. We were going to have a drink, but apparently the bar closed right before we got there. So we were like, okay, well, we'll be on our way. My dad, who usually goes to bed early, stayed up. He was so excited to have us there. And he was just so happy. He, helped bring the stuff in, and
so cute.
He's so a sweetie pie. So we stayed up for just a pinch, and then I think we just laid down.
Yeah, we passed out.
Yeah. Then that Friday we got up. My dad made coffee, and we were just hanging around talking. And I was like telling Sharon and my dad, I was like, Sharon is the first woman I have brought home that I have not slept with. Like the only person I have not dated that I've brought home.
And then what did your dad say?
He said, well, what are you guys waiting for?
And I'll tell the listeners, and thus starts this conversation at breakfast about things I would never talk to my parents about. And it was just like normal. And it was with her brother and her mom. And oh my God, Sharon's little brain explodes. This family is like talking to each other like they're friends. Like, yeah. What? It's like amazing. Can I tell the cute story about your dad? And because Desiree's mom's name is also Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
She also drives a white Prius, by the way, which is
Yes.
adorable. And she's into zombie and kung fu movies.
Yeah.
I think I'm in love with your mom. She's amazing.
Understandable.
Totally.
Yeah.
And like your dad would just say Sharon, and both of us would be like, huh? And so he was like, he started calling me Junior, and then he started calling me Angela.
Angela.
Where the hell did Angela come from? Do I look like an Angela? I don't know.
No.
I responded to Junior after a while, and I thought that was
Yeah.
actually really cute. So
Oh my
you
gosh.
know, if Dr. Jamerson is listening, yes, you can totally call me Junior,
Junior.
and I'm totally okay with that. It was adorable.
He's a mess.
So
Oh my gosh.
it was so fun. Like
Yeah.
to actually be surrounded by a family that liked each other and knew about each other's lives, and
Mm-hmm.
you felt comfortable talking about it. So thank you for introducing me to that part of your life, Desiree. I thought
You're
that was
welcome.
really, really cool.
You're welcome. Also, the first and only, I guess, obviously, if you're the first Chinese person that has been in our house
Look at that. Woo!
that I'm aware of.
Oh, well, yeah.
Unless like my brothers or sisters, well, they have other friends,
Sure.
but of my friends.
Yeah, that's great. I love
Look
that
at
there are a
us.
bunch of firsts. We're just
I
firsts all
love
the
it.
time. I
I
know. It's
love
good
it.
stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah. God, what else did we do?
We did an improv. We went to
Oh,
improv,
yeah.
and Desiree killed it on stage. It's on it. It's on our Instagram if you guys want to follow her. But
Yeah.
she freaking is awesome. I cannot wait to see you do more improv, girl.
Thank you.
You
We'll
were
put it
so
on.
good.
We'll put it on the show's Instagram. I'm recently
Yeah,
new into Instagram. I've made it private for now because I'm still figuring out how to operate it.
makes
So,
sense. Yeah,
yeah,
we'll just like eke out little things here and there for you. But yeah,
yeah,
it was so fun.
yeah.
It was so
So
fun.
two of my siblings are hilarious. Well, all of my siblings are pretty funny, but two of them are also interested in improv. So they've been taking improv classes, and my brother. One of my brothers was like, "Hey, why don't we go to this show? Like they're doing an improv show." And Sharon and I had originally had plans. I'm sorry, Junior and I had other plans for the night. We were going to go to like the gay club there and see a drag show, but then the weather kind of was getting a little funky. So we thought, okay, we could do the comedy show and then see how we feel. And we laughed so hard at that show. It was so good, smart comedy, so funny. And at the end of the show, they said, hey, if anybody wants to get up here with us, come sign up on the list. And I had a couple of non-alcoholic beers in me.
Just wait when she gets some alcohol the next day, y'all.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So I was like, you know what? I think I did like a half of a edible, and I was like, it's time. I have not been on stage in like since maybe 2010, 2011. So I had no clue what I was going to say or do. But when I put my name on the list and the first person went, then I kind of got a little like nervous. It's like, shit, what did I just agree to? But then like as soon as they called my name, Sharon, like I felt like I just went into another place. I felt like on it. And our word was Groupon. And it was so much fun. Like the guy called out like San Diego. This man has never met me, but I moved, obviously we've talked about this. I used to live in San Diego. So I just made a joke about we're not supposed to talk about San Diego.
My
But
God,
it was so fun.
It was so fun. And okay, I'm gonna give everybody on the listening context, the hosts, and then other people that were like tenured, improv people there ran up to Desiree and shook her hand. They were like, "You are amazing. Where have you been all our lives?" Like she was that good, you guys.
Thank
Like she
you.
was that good.
Thank you.
It was like watching a sketch comedy that somebody had like rehearsed. She was you did so well. I was like so impressed.
It was fun, and we found out afterwards from my brother that the guy that I went with is actually their instructor.
See?
He was their instructor.
And you you went toe to toe with this guy and you did amazing.
It was fun.
It was amazing.
My favorite part though of that night was at the end. They were like the guys that hosted it were telling everybody about like an up and coming class for filmmaking. and they had like a little clipboard showing you the flyer about it. And I was like, go for it. And I raised my hand. And I was like, is there a Groupon for it? And they lost it. Like the dude ran off stage and shook my hand. It was
But
hilarious.
I think that's what it was. It was like this timing thing that you had. It was so impressive. I
Thank
loved
you.
it. It was so great.
I felt so motivated from it though, Sharon. I have started looking at improv in Atlanta. Like I love improv.
You should do
I
it.
love it.
You're going to go,
Yeah.
there's that one down the street from you, right? The
Yeah.
Whole World Theater. And then
Yep.
I know Dad's Garage. I know somebody who signed up for the Dad's Garage one. So
Yeah, the Whole World Theater, I just missed the sign up for their classes.
okay. All right.
But
okay. Yeah.
I've told them to put me on a wait list in case anybody cancels.
You know I will be in that audience, girl.
Oh my God.
Taking more video
Actually,
for you.
Sharon, that would be something fun to do together.
That would be. And I'll tell you this, you are so much more comfortable. I get very nervous. It would actually push me out of my comfort zone, which is why I would do it with you.
Oh.
I probably wouldn't do it on my own. I get very nervous on stage. And actually that could help me with a lot of like
It does. Those people,
Yeah.
it's improv is one of those things. It's not just helping you be funny or, get your timing down, but it also helps you with public speaking, gaining your confidence in talking. So maybe we could look into a class, even if we just do one class together.
Yeah, no, I
and
think
see
that'd
how
be
you
good.
feel.
I love that. Let's do it.
Because the one I was going to do is like a 10-week class.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're comfortable with 10 weeks, but we could definitely do a 1-day class and see how you feel.
Yeah, totally. I'll probably end up loving it and then want to sign up. So that's
perfect.
I would love to try something like that with you. Funny enough, my mom, I actually did an improv class with my mom, which was really weird. We went up to the Punchline up on Roswell Road. This was way back in the day. I'm having like little like brain bombs of this. My mom actually got up on stage. Like this is a long time ago.
Wow.
And I don't ever know what happened. I don't know why we never went back. It was actually
maybe
very
she
cool.
wants to go with us.
Maybe. I don't know if you want her to go with us, Désirée. That's really scary. I don't know if you'd want to do that because she can't hear anything. She'd just be like, what? And then make up a story.
I say go with it.
There could be something to it. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
That's another episode.
That's another episode.
So, okay, so we're still in Savannah.
Oh my God, we're still in Savannah, people.
Well, also for that Friday, before we did the improv, we had been day drinking with my brother all day.
All day.
And that was so much fun. I slept really well that night. Fast forward to St. Patrick's Day. My mother, who's a sweetie pie, was our designated driver because she worked at my sister's store so that my sister could hang out with us. So we rode down with her, met up with my sister, went, and my brother-in-law was like, hey, we should go get a shot of tequila. And so we were like, well, we're in Savannah, St. Patrick's Day. Went and got some tequila. Also used clean bathrooms while we were there, which was very smart of us. And then we met up with some other friends who were set up on one of the squares, had a perfect line of sight for the actual parade. And I think this is like the first time in many years, Sharon, that I actually watched the parade.
Oh, wow. As you progressively got more drunk, though, through the day.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I stopped watching the parade after a while.
What a beautiful day. It was great. Like,
it was amazing.
I knew I was having a good time when I started talking to strangers and asking women, can I touch their husband's face? Because this man just looked like a little baby doll.
I don't remember that, but that's amazing.
I don't know where you must have been talking to somebody else, but there was this really beautiful Israeli woman standing next to us from Chicago.
Yes.
And she and her husband, who is like Puerto Rican, Mexican, Dominican, and white, I think. He just had such a beautiful face, and we had just been talking to him, and I was like, can I touch your husband's face? She's like, absolutely.
I love this.
He was just blushing. He was like, oh.
That's so cute. Now, I want to give context to the listeners. When we've had our first shot of tequila, that was about 10:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And the parade ran until probably about 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we were drinking the whole time, and we went back for a couple more shots too during that time as well.
So about 2:30 is when I did this face caressing.
The face caressing, I love it.
They were
love
so
it. I
fun.
love
They
it.
were really sweet.
It was super cool. And
Yeah.
then you guys had a friend who was part of the Washington D.C. EMS group and firefighters
Mm-hmm.
group. And
Yep.
so it was so adorable. She's walking in the parade in her like suit, and then
Mm-hmm.
one of your guy friends, the one that worked at the bar, puts
Mm-hmm.
tons of lipstick on his lips and just kisses the crap out of her. And she has these big like lipstick marks. It was so cute. And then the day just kind of becomes like a big blur of like dancing at a
Yes.
bar, and then more dancing and drinking at another bar.
Then we
I
got some food at some
We got
point.
some food. I got some more fried shrimp in you at some
Oh
point.
my
The
God, that was
same
so
place.
good.
We ate the
Yeah.
same place like 3 days in a row.
It's
But
so
like
good though.
thank God we got food in you. Was all I could say. Both of us. We were like
Yeah.
stumbling around together. But yeah, and then we didn't get home until 11:30 that night. Like we started at 10:30. We got back to Desiree's parents' house at
Yes.
11:30. It was
We went
amazing.
out and did some really good dancing. Like my spirit needed it. I
We
danced so
were
much.
very sore the next day, but
Oh,
not. We were hungover a little bit, but our bodies were sore. So I'd
yeah.
prefer that to being like so hungover that I was throwing up.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't
I
really
thought it was great.
hungover, but my body was sore. I will say that Sexy Desiree came out because my brother told me at one point I was dancing and he's like, "You are into it." He's like, then he looked away and looked back up and I had my shirt off
Yes,
and
I
just my
remember this.
undershirt on. And he's like, "Oh yeah,
She got
she's
into
feeling
it.
it."
She's totally feeling. I mean, we had that whole dance
Yeah.
floor. It was like the third floor of a
I know,
bar.
to
We had the whole
ourselves.
place to ourselves, which was so nice. It's nice to
I
know
loved it.
people. It's nice
Yeah,
to
and
know
my
people
my
for sure.
sister ran home and got her lights. She's a festival girl. She goes all over the
Hmm.
world to music festivals. So she was out there with her lights and getting it on and so much fun.
It was so much fun.
So much
Before
fun.
we end the segment, I want to say one thing. I'll say shout out to Desiree's parents. And the day we left, Desiree, I don't think you were. I think you were like getting ready. But your dad, he was so sweet. He gave me the biggest hug. Like
Oh.
he was like, "Don't give me that hug. Give me a hug." Like he like just gave me a hug, and I was like, "This is the nicest thing ever."
Oh.
So
I love that.
I just really want to say just this the love and this the welcomeness. Your dad lent me his bicycle so I could like ride around the neighborhood. Like it was just such a great place to hang out
Yeah.
and to experience your family and to actually really be there with it. It was so
Yeah.
cool. So thank
Oh,
you,
I'm so
Desiree, and
glad.
thank you to
You're
your
welcome.
family.
And when we go back, you'll
I'll be junior.
have even more
It'll be
fun
fine.
next
Yes.
time. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have more for March, but let's take a break and then
Yeah.
we'll come back and we'll hop
All
back
right.
into it.
Sounds good.
Okay. So March still. Gosh, what else? Oh, after that was the cruise. I went on a cruise with my friend Chris. Chris is
You
one
are
of
so fancy.
I love Chris. I love Chris so much. He is such a good friend. We both grew up in Savannah, but didn't really know each other. We went to different schools, but we knew of each other. And it wasn't until I was living in DC, we happened to live in the same building. And he walked in, it was like a happy hour at our apartment complex that I did not want to go to, but one of my exes, my ex at the time, my girlfriend at the time was like, let's just go, meet some people. I was like, I don't want to meet any people, but I agreed to go. And then he walks in. I was like, gosh, that guy looks so familiar. Why do I know his face? And eventually he like kind of made his way over to where we were. And we just started talking and both from Savannah. Um, and just started naming people. He knew all the people. He knows two of my sisters. So we've just been like best friends since then. And we would hang out almost every night when we lived in the same building.
Nice.
So much fun. So
So much
he
fun.
and I became travel buddies. We were in relationships when we first met, and we did couples trips. We went to South America together. We've gone to Mexico together. And even post breakups, we still like, we travel really well together. So let's keep traveling together. And it's so important. Like, I'm fine going off on trips by myself, but I do enjoy the company of somebody else. But you have to find somebody that travels the same way that you travel.
Mm-hmm.
And we are that for each other. So we decided to go on this trip together. First, we went to Fort Lauderdale, and we got a really cute little hotel close to the beach. And we got there a couple days early because we really wanted to max out this beach time. Fucking storm the whole time, and we were in Fort Lauderdale. And usually it doesn't rain that long, but it was storming both days we were there. Just like heavy rain, heavy rain. No real lightning, little bit of thunder every now and then, but just heavy rain. But we just kind of walked around still with umbrellas and stuff.
That's
Went
cool.
to a
Yeah.
couple of little restaurants, had some really good food. Back to the hotel, just watch TV. Chris and I are notorious for just going and buying champagne and snacks and then going back to our hotel and watching Netflix. Like, so,
It's like the epitome of Netflix and chill, but like the chilling is literally chilling.
chill. Yeah, like last March during this kind of same time, we took a trip, he and I, to New York, and we went to go see a play that a colleague of mine was in. But the whole time we went to Capitol Grill that was at the bottom of our hotel. We ate. Then the store in the hotel had champagne. We bought some champagne, some snacks, went back to our room. That was all we did while we were in New York.
I think that everybody needs a gay friend like this, to be honest,
Yes.
because I also have something similar where like we don't I will travel 5 hours to go see this person by plane, and then we
Mm-hmm.
sit in their apartment. This is our executive producer, by the way, and watch YouTube until 2 o'clock in the morning, and we never leave.
Yeah. It's just
Because
fun.
it's fun to be with somebody that you love. You don't need to go do things.
Exactly.
You know?
We're there to spend time with you. So
Yes.
whatever that looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So we go on this cruise, and it was a 7-day cruise going to Bahamas, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, and Mexico.
Wow.
Now, because of those storms, when we got to the Bahamas the next morning, the water was still way too rough for us to tender. So they were like, sorry, we're skipping this one. So then we had 2 days at sea. Got to, then we went to Cayman? No, Ocho Rios in Jamaica. I've been to all of these spots before. This is, I think, almost the exact cruise that my very first cruise, like in 93, 94. But on a different ship. I've never been on a Holland America ship before, which was very sophisticated. I really liked the way it looked. Not that many kids, I think, because we might have been like on the off week of a spring break week for kids. But it was really nice. Amazing food. We ate at every specialty restaurant on the ship. We had a drink package. Because when we did the math, we figured even if we only have 5 drinks a day, it's worth getting the drink package.
Nice.
So we did that. And one thing I will say on this trip is there was no eye candy, Sharon.
Right. And I think that we need to
No
define eye candy for
candy.
Désirée. What does this mean? No eye candy whatsoever.
So no eye candy for me means I did not see any men or women of color that I thought, maybe I would. Maybe.
Not one.
Not a
I mean, how
one.
many people are on that ship? Like 300?
Probably, maybe even like 1,000 people.
Oh my God. Out of 1,000 people, not one person who you thought, and what,
Maybe.
and not even a maybe, not even a
maybe.
kinda, not even a
No.
kinda.
Not
Oh
even
my God.
not even enough to make me want to dance in just my undershirt.
Was it that there were like mostly white people and you're just not into the white people, or like, or was it that even the people of color were just not attractive?
There was nothing Nobody that I wanted to even just like accidentally bump into.
Oh my
And for
God.
my friend, for Chris as well, there were no fellas that he found attractive.
So is it maybe like Holland America cruises are just not very like the pretty people just don't go to these cruises? I
I
don't
would
know.
hope so, because it's more expensive than the other ones. So you would think, I
Oh,
don't know. I guess you
I
can't
don't
put
know.
money and attractiveness together. Maybe that just doesn't make sense.
I don't know. We did talk about this because, like,
Yeah.
you guys had a term for this too, right? When you were on the cruise.
Well, what came up with for that word, which we'll discuss, there was one woman who was a great dancer. It's a white woman, a wonderful
Mm-hmm.
dancer. Um, Chris and I joked we thought she was 50. She might have been 37. They age a little differently. So
It sounds true.
we weren't sure. But
Wait, have you seen the sorry, tangent. Have you seen the t-shirts Asians don't raisin?
no, but I know black don't crack. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So this
Okay.
woman who could be between 35 and 50 is on the
Right.
dance floor. Good dancer.
She was killing it. Like, I enjoyed watching her dance. She was on beat. She was having a good time, and not just like doing a two-step. This woman was flowing across the dance floor by herself, which I appreciated. She was having a good time. So Chris and I were up one night late, one of the only nights that we were both up late, and having pizza on one of the decks, and she was out there, and I was like, oh God, is she going to come talk to us? And I could not have said that more than 2 minutes till she gets up from eating her pizza and comes over, and she starts talking to us. And she said something to like, oh, I thought you were somebody else. And I was like, there's nobody else that looks like me on this ship. I was like,
Yeah, that's like a pickup line.
You don't have to make up an excuse to come talk to me. And she was just like,
pickup
oh my
line.
gosh. So she introduced her name, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a name of one of my exes. She's like, oh, I hope that doesn't bring back any bad memories for you. I was like, girl, that is so long ago. No, it's not. So we just joked about her throughout the cruise, and I was texting with another group of girlfriends about this woman. And then one of my friends, who really should be a comic, was like, we just started calling this woman Dance Bay. So she would ask me, have you seen Dance Bay? I was like, girl, she was at it. We ran into each other in the store. She said my name like we were old lovers. And I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. So,
wait, can you do it? How do you say your name like old lovers? How do you do it?
hi, Désirée.
Oh
I was like,
God, she totally did it that way.
yes.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, no, ma'am. So we're telling my other friends about this woman, and one of my girlfriends said, have fun, but be careful with uncooked meat. Oh my God. I died.
I have a fear of uncooked meat, like chicken will kill ya. That's been like the motto that I have in my head when I'm cooking chicken.
Oh
And
my
the first
God.
time Désirée ever told me, be careful with uncooked meat, I was
Uncooked
like, oh
meat.
my God, chicken will kill ya, white meat will kill ya. Run away from the white meats, not the white meats.
That's why I don't deal with it. That's why I don't deal with it. Oh my God.
Oh my God. And here I
What a
am just
joy.
immersing myself in all the white meat I can.
Hey, we all got our vices.
I gotta be like, it's the other white meat.
Yes.
The one that you really don't touch.
Right. Oh my God. Oh gosh, so
yeah,
funny.
it was great. Oh my God, sounds like an amazing trip though. It sounds like you did.
We had
really
a
good.
great time,
Yes.
and because we call ourselves, and my sister Amelia also is in on this. We say we're ladies of luxury, so of course we flew first class. We had to sit in the lounge, while we're in the airport, because we cannot be bothered with sitting out with everybody else. But it's also because I don't have to move my shit. Like, I can leave it. I can go get something to eat. I can go to the bathroom, whatever.
This is
Whereas,
all inclusive, Desiree. This is like
yes,
how it is. This is the all inclusive era. I totally
that's
get it.
right. That's right.
Totally
Yeah.
get it. Totally get it. That's
So,
awesome.
so that
Sweet.
was the rest of my March. What
That
did you
is
have
cool.
anything else for March?
Mine again. Desiree has all of the really fun things. Everybody on the podcast. My big thing I wanted to kind of leave everybody with is that Sharon bought a new wardrobe in
Yay!
March, which sounds, yeah, thank you for cheering because it is a
Yes.
big deal for me. I've been kind of like struggling with like clothing. I don't know if some of our listeners have this thing where I I got very feminine over the
Mm-hmm.
last like 10 years. I had very long hair. I started like I would buy things in the women's section, but nothing ever felt right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went shopping with a friend of ours who is really good at like listening to you and understanding what you need. And we found out that the style and the size and cut clothing that I really resonate with is in the boys section. So please nobody judge me,
Wait
but
a minute.
I wear
Wait a
I
minute.
in the boys
Sharon, I
section.
was not
Yes.
expecting you to
You
say that.
Did I not? I didn't tell you this story. Oh my god, I
No,
can't wait to tell the
no.
story. So
Okay.
we went to Perimeter Mall
Oh my
and
God.
we literally were buying clothes for boys 14 to 16. And I fit perfectly in these clothes and I look actually really good. Desiree, when we go out for our prom date,
Okay.
I will buy this. I will wear the suit that I bought at Zara. It
Oh.
is it, but it is. I bought in the little boy section, and you know what? I don't give a shit. It's amazing. And
Oh my
so
gosh.
I found my calling. It's this little mask butch little girl, and I have the same body type. Okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's masculine. It's not all this feminine frilly bullshit that I
Yeah.
was trying to like fit myself into. So I don't know. I'm feeling really good about it. I feel confident wearing these
Mm-hmm.
clothes. I've gone out a couple times. Like I went to New Orleans in April and like we went out for like a fancy dinner and it just felt so good. My friend Allie actually was like, she says that I look like I don't know, like 1950s Hong Kong film noir. And if you
Okay.
ever look it up, there's these movies that this guy did, Wong Kar Wai, and they're all like kind of like very 1950s smoky bars,
Mm-hmm.
but it is that very 1950s kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's awesome. It looks
Mm-hmm.
really cool. Like I should have a cigarette in my mouth and whatever. So that was my big deal. And I'm continuing to buy like fun things because now I know my size and I know
Yeah.
how to buy things. And I have I don't think I've ever had this before. And it was a very freeing day, even though it was exhausting being in the mall for the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to where we talked about the transition thing. I'm
Yeah.
transitioning into this new sense of self of who I
Mm-hmm.
am as a woman, as a lesbian, as a little mask butch girl, like whatever that
Mm-hmm.
might be. And it's been an amazing journey
Yeah.
just doing that. So and I got new threads to show off, so I can't wait to go out and hang out with you. So it'll be fun.
Well, put on something new for Sunday because I'll
Yeah,
see you on
man. Oh,
Sunday.
yeah. Well, I got to show off my guns too, because Desiree just found out
Yeah.
that I weightlift.
Yes. I don't know if anybody's seen the videos of Sharon like lifting 700 pounds.
Not seven. Oh my God. No, not
Close.
700 pounds. No, not even.
Okay,
I can,
150.
yeah, it's like 150 pounds, which is a lot for a little girl like me, right? So it's
Yeah.
really awesome. And yeah, I'll try and wear like a tank top so I can show off my guns on
There you
Sunday.
go.
It's Sunday fun day. So
There you go. I've been inspired to work out after getting some more work done on my sleeve because I'm like, this tattoo needs some muscles because I need to be able to show this shit off.
I know. Once I got my tattoo, I was like, yes, now I can really show it off. Got to show
Like
the
these
guns.
old things.
Yeah, where's the gun show? Is it over there? No, but it was good, and I think the time that we took for ourselves between the podcast, I think the seasons, I
Yeah.
think it was really good for both of us. I think we needed to regenerate, whatever you
Oh
want to call
yeah.
it. So it was really
I've
good. So
I've been this is the first weekend first Friday I've been in my apartment in 6 weeks
wow.
because
Oh
I've
my
been just like
gosh.
every Thursday going somewhere. So
Totally.
it's nice, yeah.
It's been really good.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's I think that kind of concludes, at least for a little bit. I'm sure little stories will pop up,
Yeah.
as we start going through the season. But like, yeah, it's been good. I think it sets us up for season 2 really well on like a lot of the things that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
I'm happy
So
to be back here with you.
yeah, it'll be fun. Thanks everybody for
Yeah.
listening. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Love ya.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Other What podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. It really helps us grow. This episode was hosted by Sharon and Désirée Jamerson, and produced by Andrew Marconi. We'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on Instagram at The Other What and tell us your show ideas, comments, and suggestions. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, all of the podcasting platforms, and our website, theotherwhat.com, where you can listen to all our episodes, check out show notes, and shop for merch that supports the show. The Other What is proudly brought to you by 559 Labs. We'll see you next time.